Yo, what's happening everybody? King GBL here and welcome back to a brand new Go Battle League video. Today we're showcasing some, I think, level 2 games here. We're at the start of the new season. I'm going to just mention that because sometimes people watch these videos a few months later and they're like, what is this rubbish I'm watching? I've had these comments before, so I thought I'd mention it. These are some early season battles here, and we're showcasing Quagsire, which recently got buffed with Mud Bomb, and of course Mud Bomb itself got buffed, allowing this Pokemon just to spam off a lot of moves. I go for, of course, the Stone Edges on Noctowl and any flying or ice types, which are quite prominent now. And of course, this Pokemon is just very, very good in this meta. First game here, we've got Ariados. Always love seeing an Ariados early season. It's one of my favorite Pokemon to run, actually. And the opponent comes in here with Altaria. Of course, we have a very good answer to this in the back with Froslass. So we look to be in a very positive position here. And this team I'm actually running, it's a PVPOKE team. And it's the best team on PVPOKE with Quagsire from last season. Which of course will be even better now with the buff to Quagsire. Quagsire actually got a huge buff, and in terms of its rating amongst the rest of the Great League meta, I believe the Shadow Quagsire is ranked 11, and Quagsire itself is 17. So it is second only to Swampert as the best mud boy in the Great League. So definitely a very, very interesting one. And this Altaria here is going to take us out, which is absolutely fine. I'm happy enough, and we'll basically look to come in and farm down. I wanted just to eat that energy. We'll look to farm down the Ariados as well, and the opponent has a Medicham in the back, so all we really need to do is farm up to the back-to-back, and look to nuke this thing out of here. I think Froslass is going to be so powerful this season, with all of Medichams and of course Machams and things running about. Macham does no Rock Slide, which is what kind of makes it so good, but I probably could have 2-shield flexed on the opponent here, but I decided not to go for it. And next game we have a very positive lead. We've got Nidoqueen, which of course get buffed as well, and in comes Umbreon. Now I'm going to try to make sure I get switch here, so I chip it and dip it with Mud Bomb. These Mud Bombs add up a lot more, and we're going to look to swap into Noctowl, which in general is, slightly favourable for Noctowl. The opponent will get off to Foul Plays here, just before I get off my first Sky Attack, but that's absolutely fine. If they shield, we can shield, and we can basically make sure to take switch advantage here, which is definitely what I want with Quagsire and this team in general. This is more of like a balanced sort of ABC style team, which I don't often run, but I do quite like the style of team with a Mud Boy in the front and Noctowl, or any preferred flyer that you have. I do prefer Noctowl for this particular team. A Mud Boy in the front with Noctowl and an Ice type in the back, I think is just a very powerful team composition here. Maybe it won't be as good as this season because of course all of the Ice types are floating around like Alolan Sandslash. But I think Quagsire, you will probably catch a lot of Alolan Sandslash in the lead, so I think Quagsire could be a very good one. Actually, people have been showcasing, I think, Zionic and Junkus this morning. So it showcased Ghost lead with double steel backline, including Sandslash. And again, here's another buff Pokemon which Quagsire is going to look to do very well against. Stone Edges. We'll just put a massive chip into Dugong. Dugong is super, super bulky though. I think Dugong, I'm not sure how highly rated it is, but it's definitely one of the better buffs from the season just because of how bulky it is. Let me have a look here. It's ranked only 38, but I feel like it's just so bulky and it has so much coverage that it is such a good Pokemon. That's in the 1-shield scenario. I would say that probably in the 2-shielding scenario, it is probably one of the better Pokemon in this league. Let me know, guys, in the comments down below what is your favorite buff or nerf or whatever from the season. And of course, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. This is actually our second upload here today, and I'll be looking to upload a third one with quite an interesting sleeper pick from the move update, which I don't think a lot of people are going to be running immediately, because the obvious ones are Dugong, Sandslash, and of course Quagsire here. But I think there is one Pokemon that is a little bit understated, and I think will be very strong in this meta here, which you're going to see later on. But anyway, they're going to go for a Poison Fang. I can just shield up an Avalanche, and that's going to be a good game. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I love these early season battles. Just so much fun trying out new Pokemon. Last season was very disappointing, because of course we only had Jellicent, really, and Whimsicott to try out new moves on. This season we have just so much to try. We've got Leafage, Liquidation, Mud Bomb's been buffed, Poison Fang's been buffed, Icicle Spear's been buffed. We've just had so many updates, and there's so many different Pokemon to try, which as a content creator, that's what I absolutely love. Of course I hit Legend last season, and I love grinding for Elo, but more than anything else, I love variety, and I love just trying out different Pokemon, trying out different teams. That's kind of how I started out on this channel. I think last season I got more drawn into the Elo side of things, because it was kind of the only thing to keep myself entertained while playing, just some sort of a goal to have. But this season's looking to be a very fun one. Did that Galarian Stunfisk just beat my Noctowl and CMP there? By the way, that's a bit of a funny one there, but we're going to come in with our Mud Boy, look to just overfarm here as much as possible. Fire off just before they reach the Earthquake. I didn't want to CMP because I wasn't sure who would win CMP here. That will take out the Galarian Stunfisk, and we're loaded on energy. Now this Scrafty, I think this will only just be a power punch, and I think I would just about live a foul play anyway. we look to swap out here, which it might seem funny, right? But we actually just outpace because they get to the foul play in 7, 6, 6, and we get to these in 6, 6, 5. So whenever you're in a lower health scenario with 2 shields, Froslass does absolutely fine against Crafty. And as you see, we're looking to get this farmed the whole way down, which is beautiful before they even get to another foul play. In comes Swampert, and I'm going to look to fire off back-to-back avalanches here, which will look to probably close to take this thing out. It's in farm down range here. I think I do yeah, I do shield this up. Makes sense, of course, get the next move off. And at this point, we're just looking like we can farm it down. The opponent will be forced to dump energy. I farm up a little bit extra here and just go for a catch just for the memes, because why not? Swamp Pass here is going to fire off the Hydro Cannon, and we're going to look to... We could probably just farm it down, but I'm just going to fire off the Avalanche to secure it, and that's going to be a good game. Yeah, I think Froslass could be a very good pick this season, like I said, because with the Ghost subtyping, it's only neutral against the counters. So, you know, it actually does resist the counter, sorry. So I think that's going to be a very good one here. Hopping into the next match here, we'll see what the game's got for us. We've got Yoshi coming through here, Quagsire versus Sandslash. Again, amazing lead here. These battles, by the way, like I've edited out some losses and stuff. Like this is not meant to be too serious. I'm just showcasing the Pokemon here. So it is a very, very good Pokemon, trust me. Some of the losses I had was things like Venusaur leads, which, you know, it's, you know, oh, this opponent's running Bulldoze as well. We're going to look to swap out. We're going to bank the energy swap out to the Froslass here. I did let them outpace me to the Sky Attack. This is absolutely fine, even with that. They're going to have to double shield if they want to take switch here. And this Froslass must be very bad IVs, because these Dragon Breaths are just tearing for me here. I'm thinking I can get off 2 2 Avalanches, but I'm incorrect. These Dragon Breaths are just adding up so much. I'm just going to come in and straight Stone Edge this thing. And look to, you know, take shield advantage, which probably would put Noctowl in an okay position to deal with Sandslash. We'll see what the opponent comes in with. They do come in with this low health Sandslash. I'm going to get off this Mud Bomb straight away. Looking to either threaten the opponent's final shield, but it's looking like they're very core broken by this, and it actually is Medicham in the back. So once again, like, you know, it's kind of hard to predict backlines in these early elos, because of course the opponents are playing, you know, a little bit differently to what you would sort of expect them to do. We're going to go for back-to-back Sky Attacks, which is a little bit safer, and of course going for the Shadow Ball. Now that the opponent has shielded, we can just shield back an Ice Punch, and we will look to go for the Shadow Ball. In the Zero Shield here, generally you do go for the Shadow Ball to take out Medicham. So if you're ever in the zero shielding scenario with this thing, that's something to keep in mind. You do have to go for the Shadow Ball. But we win that matchup here. Good games to the opponent. And once again, we're going to hop onto the next one. I've always been a big fan of Quagsire, and seeing it get this buff is making me very happy personally. I think it's an underrated Pokemon already with Earthquake. And next game here, we've got a non-Shadow Gramble, which is not what you would see too often here. We're going to fire off a move after 7. We're going to go for the Mud Bomb because they usually shield up pretty much everything. Surprisingly, the opponent lets that go, and what we do is throw one Mud Shot and then switch out, which means that our moves will be aligned so I can throw in proper timing. I'm thinking this could be a close combo, but I'm thinking I can lift basically anything from a non-Shadow, and we're going to look to farm this thing the whole way down, come out with 2 moves, and in comes, was that a Roselia? I think it was Roselia. Sky Attack number 1 coming through, Sky Attack number 2 coming through. This opponent must be pretty core broken. But I'm thinking here, if they're core broken by Noctowl, Froslass is most likely going to have a very good time here. I'm willing to shield up anything, and in comes Alolan Ninetales. Once again, a non-Shadow version, which is not what you normally expect to see. But the Shadow Ball will look to get it very, very low. We have a Mud Bomb almost loaded on this thing. Once again, I think Charm A9 is going to be a very good pick this season. A9 itself got a bit of a knock with the move update. We're just going to go for a Mud Bomb because it is neutral, of course, with the poison typing. But I think if you're going to use N9 this season, you'd look to use it with Charm. The opponent sees the writing on the wall, and they look to just basically top left there. So far so good with this team. Overall, I think it went 7 out of 10 with it. But again, like I said, you know, don't take these matches too seriously. It is all for sort of fun at this point. Obstagoon, very interesting lead here. I think we will look to swap out. I'm going to chip it and dip it here. I wanted to see how much damage a Mud Bomb would do to this thing. And we're going to have a look here. Obstagoon's fairly tanky, and, you know, we're almost getting it into the yellow. The opponent comes in with a Charmer. I'm going to look to fire off another Mud Bomb. Well, like, I didn't almost get it into the yellow. It done a decent chip, though. At this point, we're going to come in with Froslass, knowing that it doesn't have a great matchup against Obstagoon, and we will be able to get some usage. Now, I know that this could be I was thinking it would be a Meteor Mash, but I'm going to look to go for a massive overfarm here, and look to basically get off a move against Obstagoon, because we can live one Night Slash. The opponent here actually shields up, which is interesting. And I think I decided to double shield this, and maybe look to commit to a farm down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I was getting scared. I was getting scared because they can no Meteor Mash. So I was getting scared of this thing. Of course, this had a Fairy Wind update, and of course we can live a Night Slash on this and look to get off 1 or 2 avalanches if the opponent lets us here. This one avalanche will get this very, very deep into the yellow, and we just insta-swap into Noctowl, keeping a little bit of health on the Froslass, just in case we need it in the back. The opponent fires off another Night Slash. The opponent's fishing for this boost, but they're just not getting it right now, and they're not swapping out. So maybe they are weak to Noctowl in the back. Sky Attack coming through, this should take them out, or just about doesn't take them out, and in comes another Charmer. Double Charm team, very interesting by the opponent here. Of course, with Wigglytuff, with the normal subtyping, you always go straight for Sky Attack. It's a mistake I've made once, and I learned that one the hard way. The second Sky Attack will look to take them out. I think Wigglytuff is just not that great in this meta. I think Clefable is a little bit better. The opponent looks like they've top lefted here or closed their app. So GG's to the opponent here. This Obstagoon will eventually come in. We'll just finish it off with the Quag Boy, and good games to the opponent. I think in these matches so far, like, we haven't really seen the power of Quagsire. Right here is a very good lead for it. You know, of course I've had good leads, but I think this thing really just prevails against things like Registeel, and of course, you know, like Galarian Stunfisk. And of course you have the coverage move for the flyers. In comes a Gardevoir here. I stupidly go for the Stone Edge because this thing will shield up anything. This thing will shield up Muddy Waters. So going for the Stone Edge is a little bit overkill. I decided to come in here with Noctowl here because of course they have an electric type in the front which will wreck my Noctowl. So once again we're getting some usage out of the Owl here. That's something that you do try to do. The opponent's double shielded here. I'm happy enough to take Switch on this. I don't really like getting, you know, farmed down with Gardevoir. So we're going to go for an overfarm, leave myself on lower health, so the opponent doesn't get a ton of farm. And, you know, we're going to try and get off a move on the Stunfisk. We just about don't get it. I could have got off a Sky Attack, but that's absolutely fine. We're going to go straight for the Mud Bomb here. The opponent can throw back Mud Bombs, which of course will sting the Quagsire, but they're going to hurt this thing a lot more, and these electric shocks aren't really doing too much. I'm happy enough to shield this up here at this point. The opponent goes for a Discharge, and we're going to look to fire this move off straight away. I think he would win CMP against this thing, and we look to take that out, and in comes a Lapras. And at this point we're going to go straight for the Stone Edge. We're going to see how much damage this does. We've got Burai here using the double rock team in the, what was it called, the Summer Cup. The opponent can go for Surf here, not going to make a difference at this point. And we're going to look to Shadow Ball this thing out of here. Again, I know this video is about Quagsire, but I'm just a huge fan of Froslass. I definitely recommend it for the season as one of your preferred ice types. I definitely think it's just taking the edge over Ninetales now. But we'll see how it goes. And yep, you win. Let's hop into the next one. Because you're going to see a ton of Sand Slash, right? So like if you do get that mirror match, at least you have the Shadow Ball to hit it with. Azumarill here. By the way, guys, we've got Catch Cup this season again, so I do highly recommend getting some stuff built for the Catch Cup. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm going to be uploading one more video today. I've had 6 sets here. I'm using 2 for each Pokemon, basically. So sorry the videos are a little bit shorter, but of course we just want to showcase the new Pokemon here, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, let me know your favourite Pokemon from the season. Drop a like, drop a sub, thank you very much everybody, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day.